Today, I will show the difference between inductive and non-inductive brushless DC motors. What is Hall sender? In the sense brushless, the sensor refers to the Hall sender. What is the Hall? Hall refers to the Hall effect, which was discovered by American physicist Hall in the 1899 when he was studying the conductive mechanical of metals. When the current flows through the conductor perpendicular to the external magnetic field, there will be a potential difference between the two end faces of the conductor perpendicular to the magnetic field and the current direction. The phenomenon is the Hall effect. This potential difference is also called the Hall potential difference. To put it simply, through the Hall sender, the brushless driver can correctly know the position of the rotor of the brushless motor. What is without Hall sender? In the standardless brushless, the standardless refers to no Hall sender. In the absence of direct feedback, the sensorless brushless motor can only obey the rotor position of the motor through indirect methods. Common methods include back, electromotive force method, inductance method, Falk-Link method, high frequency pulse method, and other intelligent methods. The most widely used is the back electromotive force method. Since the inductionless brushless motor does not know the mechanical pole orientation of the rotor when it starts, it can only randomly change the current to drive the motor. The current changes to calculate the position of the rotor and then control the current and the direction. This is why the standardless brushless always has the symptoms of clicking when starting. The advantages and disadvantages of brushless. Advantages: the linearity of the motor is better, the speed split is strong, and the response is high. Disadvantages: high cost and not easy to waterproof. Due to the limitation of the Hall sender, it is easy to be interfered, and the driver receives the wrong information and costs the future. Therefore, the length of the line from the driver to the motor is generally limited to within 5 meters. The difference between brushed motor and brushless motor: speed regulation. In fact, the control of the two motors is voltage regulation, but because the brushless DC adopts electronic commutation, it can only be realized with digital control, while the brushed DC is commutated through carbon brush and so on. Traditional currents can be controlled, which is relatively simple. First, the speed regulation process of the brushed motor is to adjust the voltage of the motor power supply. The adjusted voltage and current are converted through the commutator and the brush to change the strength of the magnetic field generated by the electrode, so as to achieve the purpose of changing the speed. This process is called average speed regulation. And second, the speed regulation process of the brushless motor is that the voltage of the power supply of the motor remains unchanged. The control signal of the ESC is changed, and the switching rate of the high power MOS tube is changed by microprocessor to realize the change of this speed. This process is called variable frequency speed regulation.